Welcome back to 5-Minute Knives, the channel that manages its free time poorly. Today, we're going to talk about a Ness Muck style knife, this Becker BK19 Overchelm, okay? But first, let's tell you guys one of my custom Kydex sheaths. Okay, hopefully you guys bought one of my sheaths, and as you know, I took down my website. There's really no reason to have it up. You all just emailed me directly anyway and circumvented the site, which annoyed me to the point of taking it down, but hasn't really slowed business down, which is great. So if you need a sheath, go ahead and reach out to me at dragonscalejoe@gmail.com, and I'll make you one of these guys. Of course, you're going to send me PayPal. That's how I prefer to take my monies, and you're going to have to mail me the knife for molding, okay? I make the sheath, mail everything back. That's how it works. Let's get into the Becker BK9. Okay, as with the Becker series on a whole, the Becker BK19 comes in 1095 steel here. Here's the blade, and this is why you get that Ness Muck style, okay, that I'm not as familiar with, but this is very bushcrafty, and a lot of you bushcrafty fellers really love it. And it looks like this has seen a lot of use. Okay, and this is sent in by my buddy James. Shout out James, thank you for the business, bud. And looks like he's got aftermarket scales on this son of a gun here. Let us know in the comments where you got these suckers. But this knife retails, I'm seeing it anywhere from like $110 all the way up to $150. It seems like the median price on most sites is about $120, about $125. And it's a nice size. Overall length on this guy is 9 and 9.1 1/4 inches. The handle length on this is 4.8 inches, and the blade length is 4.3, okay? And it's really, really nice. Now, the Rockwell on this thing is going to be between 56 and 58, which gives you a decent medium soft steel. It's not soft, it's not going to be rigid, it's actually really nice. The edge is going to be a 20-degree angle, very easy to sharpen with any hand sharpener you're going to get. I highly recommend the field sharpener out there. That's 20 degrees for all those. So this will work. Now, the sheath material that it came with is actually like a polymer style sheath, and I don't have it on hand. He didn't send it in for the sheath making process. It doesn't look to be a bad sheath. However, apparently he still wanted a custom sheath made, so that's when I made this son of a gun here. He wanted OD green with black hardware, right hand fit. As always, I include a combat loop, and here's the fitment. Butter. Guys, that's butter, okay? No rattle. You know, it's one of my sheaths, right? So it's gonna be good. Again, email me if you want one. But I really like this setup now, and it's a sharp look between the tan scales and the OD green sheath. I just really like this color scheme a lot. Now again, for draw, you're gonna wanna push off the thumb ramp as always. A lot of you guys, when I make you sheaths, you say that they're a little stiff to draw and you just kinda yank the blade out. That's okay, you can do it. I mean, it's not impossible. However, you stand more of a chance of injuring yourself if you draw the knife that way. I really prefer you all just push off the thumb ramp, and you got a nice grip on the way out. Look, you can get a full grip and push off, and it's very easy that way. So do me a favor, don't hurt yourself, will you? And I don't want to be blamed if you, draw this knife in a way I don't condone and hurt yourself. But this has a fairly tall blade in the Ness Muck style. And where do I see this knife being used? I don't know, let me know in the comments, James, but I would see this as a great food prep knife. I could see this making your feather sticks. I can see this in a general bushcrafty roll. You have your wide lanyard hole there. The handle is very ergonomic. See that? This is really, really comfortable. My medium-large mitts. I love it. And on top of that, I can actually put my thumb over the handle here and really get like a nice grip on this sucker if I'm doing like my feather sticking, I'm making tent stakes, any number of things like that. It is a full flat grind, but it does seem to go to a fairly steep angle, you know, down to the 20-degree edge. But you could make tent stakes just fine with this. I think it's really nice. Good thickness on the stock here. I really like it a lot, and it just feels really nice. I don't feel many hot spots, maybe just under here. This knife feels very, very smooth. No hot spots there. You can also put your thumb here if you had to power through a cut. Here, if you were doing some skinning, I could see this as a skinning implement for sure. So a lot of use and utility in this Ness Muck style blade. Also a really nice size for carry that's kind of out of your way. This was just kind of right on the belt like so and kind of be out of your way. I really like it a lot. Guys, let me know in the comments what you think of the Becker BK19. If any of you own this, what you use it for, because honestly, bushcrafting is like a side hobby of mine. You guys know that I'm more, you know, versed in the tater digging implements. So for me, bushcrafting is something that I learn a lot from you guys in the comments about. So let me know what tasks you would put the Becker BK19 to on the campsite. But I primarily see this as a camping knife. I think it would go great in your bug out pack. And I think if this is all you had when you were out there, you'd be just fine. You know, this is a really good, solid knife. Now, in my experience, the Becker heat treat, as it compares to the Rowan heat treat for SE knives, who predominantly use 1095 steel as well, how does it, you know, match up? Well, I did have a couple of BK9s chip on me in very cold weather, but I don't know if that was a me thing or if it was something to do with the heat treat. With my SE knives, I've never had any of them chip. I did have a couple of roll on me. So take from that what you will, but the Rockwell of 56 to 58, it's not going to be brittle or anything like that, so it should be comparable to your SE knives. So just my opinion. Again, correct me in the comments if I'm misspeaking or telling tales out of school. And I think that's it for me, guys. That's all I have to say about the Nest Mug. I just wanted to show it off here. And, you know, because he sent it in for Sheath, so why not make a video? So shout out to James. Thank you to the subscribed Starians who are keeping the channel alive. And I love you guys. I will see you next time on 5 Minute Knives.